What's up? This is David Palmer, the Leo King, and you're on Hollywood Astrology. August 21st, 2014. We got a lot of stories to talk about today. Number one, we're going to talk about the Ebola guy and how he survived and how this has to do with all the Leo energy. A lot of good news, kind of like my boy right here. Good news going on. Yeah, that's my boy. On top of that, we got to talk about the beheading. I know that's kind of a opposite side of the story, but that's kind of the times right now and how it's all different. So we're going to talk about that. And then we got a celebrity breakup, Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon. I got a lot to say about this one, so you're not going to want to miss it. This is definitely be a really fun episode. August 21st, 2014. Make sure you check it out inside. What's going on? It's David Palmer, the Leo King, and we are here with our stories for today. Let's start first out with the Ebola patient who survived, that came back to America. He was a doctor who was out there doing all the disease treatment, caught Ebola, only had a 10% chance to live. We put him on a plane that scared the crap out of everybody. I'll be honest, even I was afraid. That was right when Mars came into Scorpio. That was right when all the Scorpio energy came in. I was freaked out. I was literally thinking we were gonna have a zombie apocalypse. Literally, I was like, oh my God, it'll be the Ebola apocalypse. And what's so funny is, and I mean, it's not funny, but it kind of is. Ebola is the disease that they use in movies like Outbreak and all these movies of where you're like, oh my God, everybody's gonna die. And it's so interesting that it all turned positive. That's what the astrology is. No matter how dark things are going right now with all the Scorpio, Mars there, Saturn there, there's all that Jupiter and Leo being like, oh, well, we'll take care of it. It'll be a bright sunny day at the end. And the doctor survived. I think that this is crazy. 90% death rate with Ebola. We put him on a crazy weird plane and he survives. So I think that this is good news for everybody to show that no matter what happens right now in your life or around the world, a very positive result can happen. Now moving to a very kind of intense story, this ISIS beheading. It just happened a couple days ago. I'm just now covering it. But today a story came out about the rescue attempt that failed to rescue him and other journalists and hostages. And it was interesting because he's been captured for a long time now. There was like $132 million ransom for him and nobody took it seriously. What's interesting about this situation is I still feel there will be a positive result. Either A, I feel that they're gonna find these people because everybody's concerned that nobody's gonna find everybody. And I feel that with the story of the Ebola virus that's turning for the better, especially with an American here in America, I feel that we're gonna see this situation turn, and especially the whole situation with ISIS in America, that's a whole separate story. That's gonna take a little bit of time. We still got Mars in war-liking Scorpio, because Mars in Scorpio is a very military position. And I feel with Saturn and it getting closer, this whole ISIS situation is gonna get really intense here for the next couple weeks. So we'll see how that goes. Now moving to a celebrity breakup, Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon. She's an Aries, he's a Libra. I think it's so interesting because Mariah Carey is the Aries. Put it this way, I think she was the one running the household. You know what I mean? Like, she's a strong woman, a strong Aries, and Aries have had Mars opposing them since December of 2013 to July of 2014. So I definitely feel that this relationship was tested through this period, and I think Nick Cannon is finally seeing his worth. He's finally understanding who he is, and I think that he's starting to get more courage in himself and understand more of what he wants. So I think that this is a really good situation, and I definitely think it's gonna turn for the better. But she's got a lot to learn, and I don't know if I'd want to be hanging out with her. I don't know if I'd want to be doing that. I think she's got to learn some deep relationship stuff. That's because the North and South nodes are in Libra and Aries, and for her, she's got to learn how to be better. And he's got to, I'll be honest, he's a little wimpy. I was looking at his picture before I even came out here and did this, and every time I look at his picture, and every time I used to look at him, I'm like, dude, you got more balls than that. You got more, courage. Like, get back into that swag. And I think this situation is gonna help him find his swag, although he might feel like he lost his swag out of this situation. The truth, Nick Cannon, if you're watching this, you're about to fall into your true balls, your true strength, and you're about to find out the man that you really are.
Okay, put him up, man. Put him up.
Yo, what's going on? I am with
Mr. Muscles.
You
What-
know.
hey, I need to first ask you, what's your sign, like your astrology sign?
Christian.
What's your birthday?
I don't follow that. I'm sorry.
I don't care if you follow it or not, but what's your birthday?
Oh, it's November.
What is it?
November
November what?
4th.
So you're a Scorpio.
I wouldn't know, but if that's what it is, then that's what it is. But you must pose.
Hey, I'm posing, bro.
You know.
Mr. Muscles. Hey, what do you feel? Do you know Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon? Do you know about them?
I don't know them personally, no, but I've heard of them, yes. Of course.
They just broke up. How do you feel about that?
Where you at, Mariah? I'm coming here, baby. I'm here, baby. You know.
Mr. Muscles is going to take care of Mariah. Well, you know what?
Hey, Nick, you shouldn't have lost that one because she going to come and slide with the muscles. Yeah, look at that. Mariah Carey, Mr. Muscles. Oh, Mr. Muscles, Mariah Carey. You know.
I actually think that Mr. Muscles could handle Mariah Carey. I don't know if Nick could. I think you're stronger. I think that you can handle it.
Hey, baby, you know, all you got to do is look up Mr. Muscles in Hollywood, baby. You know. Mariah, I'm coming after you, baby. Woo, Nick, you should have lost that one.
All right, thanks, Mr. Muscles.
You know.
Yeah. Yo, what's up?
You know.
So closing out today's show, I really want to talk about relationships right now, especially because we did talk about the breakup of Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon. Relationships are a big deal right now on the planet. Having Venus in Leo, which represents love and happiness, and more importantly, a North Node in Libra, this is truly highlighting really powerful relationships in your own personal life, in your sexual life, with Mars and Saturn and Scorpio. So this is actually kind of intense, and I think everybody's on the lookout for their really powerful and amazing partnership that'll be with them forever. But this is definitely a time where you're going to have to be very aware of it. Like, I would take Marilyn with me, you know? But I think that the next couple weeks here, with Venus going to be squaring Mars and squaring Saturn, you're going to notice some more big breakups, but you're also going to notice some really powerful people together. Thank you guys so much for joining me on Hollywood Astrology, and I will see you on the next episode.